This problem we are going to use the quadratic formula because factoring does not work. When we look at our function here, we identify the coefficient of x squared to be 3, coefficient of x to be negative 2, and the constant coefficient to be negative 12. The quadratic formula tells us that when we want to find the x-intercepts for this function, in other words, when we set this function to 0, the solutions are going to be x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a. So we simply have to plug the a, b, and c into that equation and simplify. Simplifying will be the hard part. So negative b will give us positive 2 plus or minus the square root. Negative 2 quantity squared is positive 4 minus 4 times AC. A times C is negative 36. And all this is divided by 2A, which is 6. Let's go ahead and simplify what we have inside the square root. So this will be x equals 2 plus or minus. And inside the square root, we're going to end up with 36 times 4. The negative and the negative will turn to a positive. So that's going to be 144 plus 4 is 148. And now we want to figure out what the square root of 148 is. So what we will do is try to find perfect squares within 148. And certainly a 4 is a factor of 148. And it will be 4 times, let's see, I'm dividing 4 into 148. So 3, 12, 20. So I get 37. So 4 times 37 is 148. So this will simplify to 2 plus or minus 2 square root of 37 divided by 6. We can then factor the 2 out of the numerator. So we have 2 times the quantity 1 plus or minus the square root of 37 divided by 6. And now we can cancel a common factor of 2 between the numerator and the denominator. So 2 divides into 2 once, 2 divides into 6 3 times, and this will give us our final answer. So our final answer will be x equals 1 plus or minus the square root of 37 divided by 3. So that is one way to write this answer. Another possible way to write it is to divide the 3 into the numerator. The 3 would need to be distributed into each term in the numerator. So if we do that, we will end up with 1/3 plus or minus the square root of 37 divided by 3.